Today I'm going to talk about how I think Riot should change Zed. Zed has always been a tough champion to balance because he tends to be a lot stronger in average or low elo than in high elo, so when Riot buffs Zed, he has a huge ban rate in the average league division. Right now, he got nerfed multiple times in a row, and here is how it happened. Zed was a pretty strong champion after the mythic item changes, so Riot decided to nerf him. The first time they nerfed his E damage and his R cooldown. I didn't really complain about it because Zed was pretty strong back then, so it was kinda deserved. It sucked a bit because the strategy of maxing E first instead of Q against champions like Yasuo kinda fell off. After this nerf, Zed got changed so he can be played in the jungle, which is pretty nice, but this isn't really a buff. Couple of months later, Zed got nerfed again. This time they targeted his base R damage. That nerf kinda sucked because Zed was in a pretty decent spot. He wasn't so broken and had a lot of counterplay, but he wasn't weak.
She got flash. Should be alive here. Wait, what? Zed nerf. Zed nerf.
After all those nerfs, I really thought, okay, Zed is probably not going to get nerfed again because nobody can really complain about him, especially when you have assassins who are much stronger. But then the durability patch happened. Obviously, Riot didn't target Zed with this nerf because they just wanted the game to be at a slower pace since there was too much damage in it. What happened is that Zed got a pretty big hit again, since everyone is just naturally harder to kill and that's what Zed does. So right now I think that Riot should change Zed a bit. He's in a pretty bad spot and he's not that great in high or low elo. I would like to see some of the past nerfs get reverted because those nerfs were then effective, but now it makes him pretty weak. So I think that Riot should make his R stronger like it used to be, or his E deal damage as it used to. I think that this would give Zed the kick that he needs and he would be in a pretty okay spot. The problem with buffing raw damage on Zed is that you basically buff all Zed players, not just the good ones. If you buff his damage too much, he will get too OP in lower ranks and he will get perma banned there. What Riot can do, in my opinion, is buff one of his old mechanics. If you buff a mechanic on Zed, that would make good Zed players perform better and the bad ones are not going to use it because they will not know how, or it will be harder for them to do it. What I would like to see is his old R swap mechanic back. You see, in the past, Zed could swap instantly after ulting without the 0.5 second delay. That was a pretty fun mechanic to do with Zed because your opponents couldn't really hit or target you with abilities because it would just be too fast for them. Nowadays you can swap instantly and it's pretty easy to counter Zed with CC after he comes out of his ultimate. The only way to swap instantly after ulting is if you place your W before ulting. I think instead of damage they can change something like that, remove the delay. It would make him a more viable pick in high elo because he wouldn't be able to be countered so easily. This would make Zed a more fun champion to play and it would give him a buff that he needed. Of course, if the buff turns out to be too OP, they can revert it and buff something else instead. That's my opinion about how Riot should change Zed. What do you think Riot should do to make Zed a bit stronger? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys next time. More videos are coming soon, so see ya then.